So I'm gonna play through this video game, continue the adventure that I started. So we're back over here, and I've already checked all of this stuff. Should leave me a note.
Oh, what's this? Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is AngelLove, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses a spacebar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
So, Hacker Dave. Let's check the suitcase again.
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name. Eileen Mildred Summers.
So, E. Summers? Username, E. Summers. Password, Angel Love. Login successful. So, floppy drive's empty. We have a scanner. Let's go ahead and close out of this. And let's try scanning the photo.
This picture is in good shape. I don't think it needs to be analyzed.
Really? Oh, right, this one. So we're going to go ahead and scan it. Let's call Dave.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her...
I'm going to pause that for a second. I haven't gotten like anything up in terms of the speed chat or the dashboard. Twitch. All right. Kathy.
Her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder. Burn.
Wow, just wow. So, the software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Such a poser.
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access port. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the passwords locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
You seriously don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
All right. So we got an envelope.
A thick white envelope.
Go ahead and grab the envelope. Let's open the envelope.
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back.
Okay. So we want to... Wait. I need to do it from here, I guess? I can't do it from that screen. Corrupt hard drive MBR, extract admin password.
No use doing that before Clyde is logged in.
Exit and shut down.
Yeah?
Hey, it's me again, Kathy. I'm not sure what to do.
Can't talk right now. In the middle of the game.
Douche.
Okay. How do I get Clyde's number?
Eileen borrowed it from school.
So do I just corrupt the MBR? And then I get the option to call Clyde? Read instructions on floppy
1.
disk.
Boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2. Use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3. Call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4. Now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5. Reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6. Reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job after.
Okay. I wonder if I could just tase him while he comes. Retrieve overexposed picture.
It's some advanced scanner thingy. It can scan pictures, tapes, all sorts of stuff. Color printer. Super fancy, apparently. A fact which Eileen loves to remind me of. Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull. Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave.
Get him to log on to the computer. I mean, I'm assuming you'd do that anyways. Corrupt hard drive, MBR. Are you sure? Computer would be unable to boot. MBR corrupted. Exit and shut down.
All right, time for some expert help.
Let's go see. What the error message is. Dispute failure code 0x84.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Broken computer.
Hi, I need you to come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look. And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account. Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Oh, I'll try. Phase 1 complete.
There we go. Done and done. Go ahead and combine that with the computer. Extract admin password. Admin gadget. Let me write that down just in case I have to. Remember it. Probably gonna want a notepad open. In gadget. Alright. Alright, so we have network settings. Dorm. Shit, what was it again? Dorm A. I think it's B8.
1, 2, 3. Call 4. Now 5, 6. Reboot 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely.
Dorm B
That's
roommate.
it.
Dorm B roommate. Oh, I don't need to use that. I can just, go ahead and turn that on.
All right, that should do it.
So apparently I can scan audio cassettes on this thing as well. go ahead and do that now. And there's just one more thing.
I don't see any need to scan this tape. The other one might.
Okay, well, let's pick that one up then. So, anything else I need to scan? Church brochure, maybe?
No use in scan.
Alright, let's go ahead and call, Dave.
Yeah?
Guess what?
You got it? Hang on. Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively, that is. I am so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine. I'll have it dropped off at your room. God damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clyde-esque.
Huh, that is the worst insult I've ever heard. Later, Dave.
There we go. Let's go ahead and grab the envelope.
I'll just get rid of these notes now. I don't need them anymore.
I wonder if I can, like, shut off his network access again. Let's save and see if that's an option.
Nah, I'll leave it open. Unless Dave pisses me off. No need to change the status of that port.
Alright. He gave me some blips, so. Quid pro quo. Envelope. Let's go ahead and open it.
There was a floppy disk inside.
And
It's labeled tool.
let's go ahead and put it on the computer. And let's go ahead and...
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is. Not a geek.
Well, you pretty much used the geek in this scenario pretty well, so. Should probably change that back to Summers and Angel Love. Tools. Software installed. Alright, so let's go with the VoiceForge first. Drag and drop audio files.
Okay, Erica Wade. Let's see if we can't motivate you to hear me out.
Found 5 distinct voices separated into sections. Analyzing, please wait.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Customized voice message. Hmm.
I don't think I need to manipulate this particular voice recording.
Oh, I can go to the next one.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father.
Okay.
Listen.
Kathy. Listen to Cassie.
I should probably greet my intended recipient first.
All right. Is it Erica? Erica, listen to Kathy.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking with this voice.
All right. Erica, it's Charles. Listen to Kathy.
I should probably mention myself, Kathy Rain.
I did listen to Kathy. Rain?
Almost. Just a few more tweaks. That should work.
All right. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
I'll just reuse the same tape and place the modified message at the end.
Okay. Successfully exported the voice message to tape.
Alright, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Internal error.
What the hell? Calm down, Kathy. Think. Just think. It has to be some sick joke left in the program by Dave. Yeah, that must be it. He is one twisted fuck.
X. Alright, let's quit this, and we'll go to the image analyzer. So we have a brightness filtering, so we can sort of get to where the image needs to be. Seems good.
What the hell? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
I skipped the dialogue there because I was messing with the controls, unfortunately, so... Analyze image. Pattern analysis failed. Okay, return. I think that's all I need of the computer now. forgot the printout.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
What, the church?
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all.
Alright. Wonder if I can call Dave to see if he, like, made a sick joke.
Yeah?
Nice surprise you left me in the VoiceForge program, asshole.
What the heck are you battling about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You are one sick puppy.
I don't know which pill you forgot to take today, but I don't have time for this shit. I'm gone.
So let's go ahead and combine this with this. I'll go ahead and call the Wade residence.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
That action doesn't seem productive to me.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye. Your move, Erica.
Alright. So that's done.
Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you... Oh, never mind.
I know your social security number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outy. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story. And then I used Mr. Wade's synthesized voice to craft this fake message, which I left on her answering machine.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work.
Yeah. Anyhow, feel free to keep using my computer. I need to do some homework anyway.
Sounds good. I think I'll have another crack at analyzing the picture of the lights. Maybe I can find some clue as to where it was taken.
So do I just scan it? Like, what else is there to analyze with the picture of the lights? Do I just think about it?
Ugh, I feel strange just looking at them.
Let me show it to her.
Hey, E, check this out.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Isn't it your Christian duty to consider people like her to be heathens? Isn't Is that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with the tree outside the door?
Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with the tree outside her dorm?
Oh, come on. That was just a phase.
Trust me, I've been through every phase in the book. That definitely isn't one of them.
Alright, so do I just put the restored picture in the scanner and scan it?
No use in scanning.
So I guess it's already in the computer? Analyze image? Pattern analysis, please narrow down the search area. Oh. Brightness animalities form a tilted equilateral triangle.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
No pattern found.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing? Good idea, but I should probably zoom in all the way. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this picture.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna grab that.
Things are shaping up. I'm starting to get some good leads on the picture of the three lights.
Cool. Is there anything I can help with?
Well, my side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
I know exactly where to start.
Good. I'm gonna get some food now before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll grab my books and get cracking.
All right, see you in a bit. Hey.
Hey!
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Let's rub it in.
Not being obnoxious to people on the phone would be a good start, Erica.
I suppose I deserve that. Now, clearly you wanted to speak to me, so now's your chance.
Alright, let's talk about the incident in 81.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in 81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips. Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask, why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Cocky call sign?
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
Alright. Lily Meyer?
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
No mention of the paintings.
What do you know of...
She killed us, but other...
Charles.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Alright. Let's talk about Lily Meyer's art.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
Church of the Holy Trinity?
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Okay.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic. That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
That night, Kathy dreams.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Illusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
Alright, that's a weird fucking dream to have, but...
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and save here. I'm gonna take a break, and I'll be right back. Alright, and I'm back. So, I wonder if we have any dialogue options with Eileen that I haven't explored yet.
Hey, E, got a...
Sure thing, Kathy.
Incident in 81.
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
Cocky call sign?
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, you know, boy parts.
And you call yourself a Christian.
With Lily Myers?
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
What do you think of Lily Myers' art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Yeah, maybe. What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians, my kind of crowd.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity, here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now. I should get back to the...
Okie dokie.
I don't need to show her. Look what I got last week, E.
Wow, is that thing even, you know, legal?
I have no idea.
Sometimes I really worry about you, Kathy.
Well, your days of worrying are over. We're protected by 100,000 volts now.
Oh, brother.
Stick a show her the small key.
I don't need to show her that.
Okay. So I guess that's it. Can show her the photo, maybe.
I found this old picture of Grandpa at my grandparents' place.
That's nice. He looks really happy there.
Yep. I wonder what made him leave the Air Force.
He was in a war, you know? That kind of thing tends to scar people for life.
I suppose.
I think that's it. You can show her the floppy disk.
Dave really came through for me. The software on this thing is amazing.
Yeah, he's a real whiz.
Alright. I think that's all the dialogue options that are available to us in this room. Save. Yeah. Bed, poster, door.
All right, I'm off. Peace out, E.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
So wow, we got quite a few places that we can go. We can go to the Lakeside Cabin, we can go to the clinic, we can go back to the Rain Residence, the cemetery. Let's go to the clinic first, because that seems to be where the majority of the answers are. Hey, it's our buddy.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's that homeless guy who helped me distract Lenny. We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Gober. Everyone calls me Gober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Ask what his story is.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
All right. Showbiz career.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Silence of the Lambert?
Tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
Jacob's Bladder?
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
So these are all plays on movies that came out in and around this era. So you have The Silence of the Lambert, Silence of the Lambs, Jacob's Bladder, which is Jacob's Ladder, Usual Surprises, which is The Usual Suspects, and Natural Bald Killers, which is Natural Born Killers.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taken the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Well, it's not wrong about the lights.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother?
Lily Myers.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. Teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Probably wouldn't know about Lily Myers' art.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something. Billy prays himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
So we got the entrance. There's nothing else really of note in this particular frame. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Let's see if he wants maybe some smokes.
Want to smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung cancer. I'm keeping it under control with a fruitarian diet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have one then.
Hey, I have enough cancer as is.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Passive smoking. I did not know that was an achievement. That's pretty cool.
Do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Oh, brother.
You kind of looked yourself open for that one.
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other two?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay.
Face blindness.
I don't need to show. I could, but only if I had a really good reason.
I guess that's it. You can go inside now.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year. No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging. I can't read it from here. No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Can't be that much.
Uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs. It's like they're intentionally trying to keep people out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
She looks bored out of her mind. Pretty understandable, to be honest.
All right.
Excuse me, nurse? Hey, nurse! Yeah?
Try not to strain yourself.
Try not to strain yourself.
Whatever. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow. Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
You're making smoking in front of
I
her.
prefer to smoke outdoors.
Good girl.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
Live performance.
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies, and that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I know it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
I'd say the usual surprises.
How about The Usual Surprises?
Business as usual. I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Nurse, he's seizing!
Oh, shit!
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Alright, let's go take a look at the notice board.
Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Anything else?
Employee of...
Take a look at the computer.
A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
Maybe take a look
Rows
at
and
files.
columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging. Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
So C. Mendez. Incorrect password. Is there anything else around here that I can take a look at?
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that.
1991 maybe? No. Do I have her name written down right properly?
Employee of the Month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
C. Mendez is probably... God damn it.
A calendar from 1990. Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant. Was expecting smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
I still have the disc. Maybe I can use that on the computer? Otorgador. Fuck, what is his name again? I'm drawing a blank. Charles Wade. Referral. Room 6B. Patient undergoing successive intensive heart. Let's read his case here. Referral from Dr. A. Friedman, St. Francis Medical Center, Kentucky City. Patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. Room 6B.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal. You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade. I don't need to piggyback on favors. I make my own way.
I don't need to piggyback on favors. I make my own way.
A stance I can respect. Very well, you have piqued my curiosity. Who are you?
I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Okay. So we have quite a few things that we can ask him. Let's start with the incident in 81.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together. Married our high school sweethearts together. Went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice. But he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter, or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Tell him Grandpa's not to be blamed.
It's hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my father straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his head.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Cocky call sign?
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Jimmy Cochran.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Tell him the truth about Mom.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Let's ask about Lily Myers.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Church of the Holy Trinity?
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
I don't need to show.
Okay.
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Look, I've had this key on me for like the longest time.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
It's kind of an odd answer. Alright, I think that's it.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Alright. Is there anything we can look at the room?
Just some boring landscape paintings.
There's a phone here.
A private phone. Wade must get special privileges here. He looks weak, but his eyes are sharp.
Okay. Looks like he got a bunch of bouquets of gramophone.
Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
Claude.
That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day. I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig.
Oh, come on. He looks friendly. Alright. Let's head out. So the next step would be to... I haven't read this yet.
Eileen gave me this. Might contain useful information if I come across a specimen. It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
Okay. Some sort of a hallucinogen. So let's go and... let me go ahead and save here. And I think at this point in time, we're going to call it a session. I know it was a relatively short one, but I'm starting to get a little hungry. I think I'm going to remedy that. And then I'll come back to playing some Kathy Rain later. Appreciate you tuning in. And I'll see you next time.